We'll start talking here. This right here is the compressor. This is the evaporator. This is the condenser. This particular one here is the, what we would call the accumulator. Okay, and obviously there's fans blowing, kind of like a squirrel cage fan there. And this is a fan that's, I got like a blade and all that good stuff. Okay, and now then, all I want to know is evap, condense, compress, accumulator, and there's also an orifice tube, which is a little tiny fan that basically catches the refrigerant and mists it out so that it changes it from a high pressure liquid to a low pressure liquid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this, and whenever I get through drawing it, I'm going to have somebody else come up here and draw it, and then I'll have somebody else come up here and draw it after that, right? I really ought to draw that up here with my Sharpie so that it doesn't get erased every time, right? Okay, so this right here is going to be, let me get my, see if my black marker works. Barely, barely, barely. Coming out of here, of the evaporator, and I draw that kind of close on purpose. This right here is a fan, by the way. It's poorly drawn, but that's what it is. It's actually a squirrel cage fan, like it's got on the motor. Now then, this right here is the big suction line, and it goes here. And then there's a slightly smaller line that's going in here. This is called the discharge line. Everybody got that? Really smart. See, he's drawing what I'm drawing here. All right, and there's a smaller line. This is a big fat line that's probably an inch in diameter, roughly. This one right here is usually about half the diameter of that line. And this one over here, this little line, it goes through here, and going there. This right here is what we call the liquid line. But this orifice tube is liable to be just about anywhere in that liquid line. You got me? Okay, and on a Chevrolet pickup, like these older Chevrolet pickups, like you had a Chevrolet pickup, an older one, you still got it. He's got one. On those, it's behind the grill. Jeremy, look up here. It's behind the grill, where you got to pull the grill off to get to it. And on a lot of them Chevrolet trucks, when they're old, when you're trying to take those lines loose to get to that orifice tube, because you got 2 wrenches you got to take loose, they're welded together. You know, they've galled where you can't get them apart. You got to replace the whole condenser, you know, which doesn't really cost all that much if you buy them from the parts house and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is an air conditioner compressor. We took it apart and we've got it to the point where we can actually watch what happens when we spin it. You notice it's got 5 pistons over here and 5 pistons over here, and they run off a swash plate in the middle. So when we spin that thing, you notice we got pistons going both ways. All right, so now that we got pistons going both ways, on each end of this thing, we've got these plates here, and they've got little flutter valves in them. And those flutter valves let it pull air in, and then they push it back out. And so that's basically the operation of the air conditioner compressor.